What's up guys, Facepalm here, and today I'm doing something different. This is going to come out of left field, but I'm reviewing an episode of Star Trek Picard, Season 2, Episode 4. Why did I watch this show? Because I'm a glutton for punishment. Why am I reviewing this show? Because it was painful, and I want to share my pain. So, for those of you who are not in the know, Star Trek The Next Generation is a show from the late 80s, early 90s, that takes place roughly 80 years after the original series. I was a big fan of the show, a big fan of the way that it was structured, the way it was written, the way it was just executed was incredible. It's one of my favorite American TV shows. Star Trek Picard is a show that takes place 40 years after the events of Star Trek Nemesis, and it stars Jean-Luc Picard as a frail old man. Now, in Season 1, he was killed. Spoilers. And now he's a robot. So the person that you see on screen in Season 2 is not actually Picard. It's an android. They call it a golem. Anyway, so they're doing a Mirror Universe story again. And they're doing a Q story again. Oh, and then they added the Borg as well. We start Season 2, Episode 4 with Picard and crew slingshotting back in time to Los Angeles 2024, which looks curiously a little bit cleaner than actual 2022 Los Angeles. And there, Picard, seeking guidance, seeks out Guinan, Whoopi Goldberg's character from the original TNG series. Now, when they showed Q in the first episode of Star Trek Picard, they actually bothered to do a deepfake and make him look like the way he did back in 1989. But with Guinan, when they showed her in the present time, from the perspective of the characters in Star Trek Picard, they showed her as current year Whoopi Goldberg, old and, a little bit more hefty than before. Which is silly because she's an El-Olorian, and those are aliens that live for thousands of years. In fact, there's episodes of TNG where she's in the past on Earth in the 1800s with Mark Twain of all people, and she looks exactly the same as she does in the 23rd century. But for whatever reason, in the past 40 to 30 years, she said she wanted to keep up her appearances with the human beings around her, so she decided to get older, as if that's a choice. Now, the thing that drove me absolutely crazy is that when they go back into 2024, it isn't even Whoopi Goldberg playing the character. It's a completely different actress. It doesn't make sense to me. They bothered to make John Delancey look like, a younger 30-year-old John Delancey, but with Whoopi Goldberg, they got a different person to play her. But the B plot is the captain of the ship, Cristobal Rios, Captain Rios, is reenacting Mi Familia with some random Mexican doctor, and he gets caught by La Migra and is about to be deported. Old Star Trek used... I know this is an argument from a lot of people, that old Star Trek addressed issues that were relevant to the time. But they addressed issues by allegory, not actually by presenting the story on its nose and, without any creativity behind it. And it's just really sad to see how far Star Trek has fallen as a franchise. But I guess that's the crux of it. Do you really need a new Star Trek show? Do you need a sequel to TNG? TNG ended with All Good Things, which was a very, very good episode that sort of explored the expansiveness of the human mind and being able to see things non-linearly. And Q was the bookmark to that episode, the bookend to that episode. So to bring him back, and to bring Picard back, and sort of redo these old tropes over and over again is just... I don't understand the point. Not a recommend. Please don't watch. Alright boys, this has been your boy Fosmith. World's crazy right now. Take care. Peace.